So let's try and make this as interactive as possible. You guys can unmute yourselves. Please unmute yourselves. We'd like to hear from you. If anyone was not here the last time, we are playing bingo. So these blocks will be turning around one at a time. And then you're going to just do the question that's on the other side of the block. I'll give you, I think I was giving you a lot of time the last time, but it's fine. We'll start off with 3 minutes. I'll give you 3 minutes for each question and see if that's long enough. And then if you have the answer, you either post it in the chat or you raise your hand and we discuss it quickly and we move on. Hopefully we will get 5 across correct, or 5 diagonally, or 5 going down. Okay. So I'm hoping that you guys are still here, even though you're very quiet. I hope you guys are here and you will be answering me. Okay, are we ready? So that is our question. If you just missed it, we are at the bottom, our green block at the bottom. True or false? A cyclic quad is determined by equal opposite angles. Are the opposite angles of a cyclic quad equal? True or false? I don't even think timer for
this one is a quick one. It's
I'm not even gonna start the timer.
Either a true or a false. Either you know it or you don't know it. Let's go.
Let's see in the chat.
True.
This is true. Okay. Everyone else, come on. Bonala says true. True. Okay. Zanele, thanks Zanele, welcome. Zero. Is that everyone? Okay, so guys, let's think of a cyclic quad, right? That's the quad that's in a circle. These are properties of a cyclic quad. So the answer here is actually supposed to be false. Okay. The opposite angles are not equal. They add up to 180. So if your angle up here is 110, and the one directly across from it opposite will be 70. Okay, be careful. The opposite angles of a parallelogram are equal, but not of a cyclic quad. Okay, I hope we all heard that. And my chat is freezing, so I don't know if you guys heard that or not. We have load shedding now at 6, so that might be affecting my network a little bit, but I'm hoping you guys heard everything I said. Okay, there we go. So the answer is actually false. Cyclic, okay, Lee gave me a thumbs up. Thank you very much. So cyclic quad opposite angles add up to 180, not necessarily equal. Okay, let's move on. Simplify. Now I have to start the timer. Simplify, you guys have 3 minutes to do this one. Time has started. If you missed it, we are doing the blue one right at the top. It says, open bracket, square root of 12 plus 2, close bracket multiplied by square root of 3 minus 1. Your time has started, and I'm going to open my notes so that I know when you guys are shy me, or when you guys are saying the right things to me. Remember, if you have an answer, you don't have to wait for 3 minutes to go, because we want to find bingo. And we have quite a lot of blocks still. We are just a minute in, so you still have 2 minutes to figure this out. Hope you guys actually have notes there and you're writing down as I speak, because unfortunately I cannot write down on the screen. Should we give the final? Yes, Lee, if you have the final answer, and you should ignore that dog, it's not even mine. But if you have the final answer, please post it. Even if your answer has already been posted, guys, please post it. I want to see that you guys are actually working and you understand where we're getting these answers. Okay, Lee says, I got a final answer of 4. Thank you. Zanele agrees with a 4. So I have 30 seconds to go. Remember, if you don't understand, you also post in the chat. We don't keep quiet and struggle on our own. 10 seconds. Anyone else have a final answer for me? Okay, that would be time. Okay, let's discuss this. Bonola says, I'm not sure, but I got 5. Okay, that's fine. Let's discuss it. So obviously we'll be foiling, right? So you multiply the first, the outer, the inner, and the last. And Tebogang agrees with Bonolo. Let's check. So the square root of 12 multiplied the square root of 3 will give you the square root of 36, which is 6. Okay, so in front we have 6. Then you have negative 1 multiplied by the square root of 12, so it's minus square root 12. Inner is your 2 multiplied by root 3, meaning you have 2 square root 3. And your last is 2 multiplied by negative 1, so you have minus 2. The ones in the middle, remember you have minus square root 12 and plus 2 square root 3. Those are the same value, okay? So square root 12 can be rewritten as 2 square root 3, because if you split it up and you say it's the square root of 4 times 3, what's the square root of 4? Tell me in the chat. The square root of 4 is 2. Thanks, Manolo. So your 4 will be square rooted and you have a 2 outside, square root 3. So in the middle, essentially, you have a plus 2 square root 3 minus 2 square root 3. What will they do to each other? They will cancel each other, right? If I say to you, you have plus 2 minus 2, what are you left with? If you have a plus 2 square root 3 minus 2 square root 3, how much is left? You're multiplying a number from itself, right? So it's 0. It's gone, basically. So what we are left with now is our 6 from the first minus the 2 from the last. So 6 minus 2 is indeed 4. Debogang and Bonolo, I hope you see your mistake. I'm hoping it was just multiplying the final 2 and the minus 1. Do we all get it? Do we at least see where our mistake was? Yes. No. Okay. I'm just going to assume we get it. Okay. And we have next a beautiful question. I don't. There we go, Bonolo. Speak up if you don't. Okay, where did I lose you, darling? Do you want to unmute? Do you understand the whole multiplying part? Okay, you got 5, so you should be quite close to the answer. So we FOIL it. Step 1 is foiling. So you literally just say root 12 multiplied by root 3, and your answer will be 6, because it's root 36, which is 6. Then you say minus root 12, because you multiplied your outer numbers, and then your inner numbers are 2 root 3, and your last is positive 2 multiplied by negative 1. Okay. Okay, there we go. I'm hoping that's much better. Okay, Mr. Snowman. It's time started. Go for it. Oh, I'm glad in Deboche. You see your mistake? That's what we want.
Yeah, just a plastic. Let's go. Yeah, doing well.
Yeah, this one's a bit challenging. So I stopped all my silly stuff. Giving you space. In the previous class, I was singing and it seemed to work. So maybe I'll start torturing you guys with some singing soon. Sounds a little bit challenging, but it's manageable. Anyone has an idea where to start? We are already 3 minutes in, but I know this one is a little bit challenging, so I'm just going to give you a little bit more time.
You got this. Let's do it.
Okay, anyone have an idea? If you've started, just let us know where you started. You don't have to give us the full answer. Nope. Okay, here's your clue. Your clue is prime factors. Do you remember that letter you did? Wasn't in grade 8 or 9? There's this letter you did where you had to find the prime factors of a number, and at the end you'll have like
Grade 8.
Yeah, it was grade 8. Ne? You have like this number equals 2 squared times 3 cubed times 5 squared. That's what we're doing here. Okay, the keyword is prime factors. So let's look at our left hand side. Okay, so you still follow the rules. We want to get our x on its own. So if we have 12 to the exponent of x, leave it alone because that's just x. And then we have multiplied by 3 to the exponent of x plus 1. So we want to split that, right? How do we split the 3x plus 1? It's going to be 3 to the x times what? Remember your rules of exponents say if you are multiplying, you add the exponents. So how do we do that in the opposite direction? These exponents are already added, right? So we want to separate them. So what are we going to have? Anyone? Nope. Okay, so you'll have 3 to the x multiplied by just 3 to the exponent of 1. You're splitting them up. So since we are adding, it means you multiply. So it's 3x times 3 to the exponent of 1. Then you divide by this 3 to the exponent of 1 that will be on the side here. Because as I said, we want to get x on its own. But what you do on the left, you obviously do on the right. If you divide by 3 on the left, it's gone. What is 648 divided by 3? Remember, thank you, Ntebogang and Lee, 216, right? So now we'll be left with 12 to the exponent of x times 3 to the exponent of x is equal to 648. Wonderful. So now we have a problem with this little 12 over here, right? Is 12 a prime number? 12 is not a prime number, right? I hope you guys remember what a prime number is. 12 is definitely not a prime number. So we have to change that 12 into a product of its prime factors. As in, you either gonna draw that ladder and figure out what the prime factors are, or we're gonna use our lovely friend over here, the calculator. Okay, so you're gonna say 12, type in the number 12 and press equals. It's obviously gonna say 12, right? Don't clear it. So you say 12 equals. Then you press shift, which is up here, and you press fact. Fact is this one that has what looks like commas and inverted commas and a dot. Press that one. So if you do that, what are the prime factors of 12? Anyone try it and let me know what the prime factors of 12 are. Thank you. 2 squared times 3. So 2 root 2 times, okay, I'm guessing you meant to the 2 squared. Yes, I get it. Okay, I hope everyone else is following because you're going to be very lost if you're just listening and not writing down. So in a bracket, you're going to have 2 squared times 3 all raised to the x that was already there. There was already an x there, right? Do we all agree? There's already an x up there. So you put it in brackets, you say 2 squared times 3 all raised to x, and then multiplied by the 3x that was already there in the first place next to it. Then remind me, what do laws of exponents say about having 2 factors inside a bracket or raised to an exponent? What are we going to do with this x that's there? Someone let me know. You can use one word, or you can just give me a cute explanation about it. What do we think we do with that x?
Let's go. We can do this. Anyone to unmute? I feel like talking to ourselves is like,
I feel like
it's not good.
But I'm glad Ntebogang and Lee are, you know, they're responding. What do you guys think,
Nice.
guys? We need to engage with the content. This is the type of stuff that shows up in papers. What do we do with this x? We're going to distribute it, right? So 2 squared is going to get an x, and 3 is going to get an x. So then you're going to have 2 to the exponent of 2x multiplied by 3 to the exponent of x multiplied by another 3 to the exponent of x. I hope you're at least writing and following. Maybe I should stop asking questions and just explain. You guys ask at the end if you don't understand, okay? So what I said was, now on the left, you have 2 to the exponent of 2x multiplied by 3 to the exponent of x multiplied by 3 to the exponent of x equals. Now on the left-hand side, we had a 216, didn't we? We don't want 216. We want the prime factors again. So going back to our calculator, you're going to say 216 equals shift fact. Excuse me. Shift and fact. And our prime factors are going to be 2 cubed times 3 cubed. Right? We say 216 equals shift fact. It's 2 cubed. There we go. Times 3 cubed. So now, do you understand? Can you all see that we have the same bases on both sides? On the left, we have a base of 2. On the right, we have a base of 2. On the left, we have a base of 3. And on the right, we have a base of 3. So now you can make your exponents equal. So your 2 to the exponent of 2x will be equal to 2 to the exponent of 3, right? Because this statement, this is a statement, it's telling you that the left-hand side is equal to the right-hand side. Therefore, 2 to the exponent of 2x is equal to 2 exponent of 3, because it's those are the prime factors. Then you'll be left with 2x equals 3. And if you solve for x, how much is x? How much is x? Quickly. We have 2x equals 3. Therefore, x equals how much? Nope. Thank you, William. Therefore, x is 3/2. And to confirm that this is correct, we have the same thing with our 3's. Remember, we had a 3 to the x multiplied by 3 to the x. Same base, you add your exponents. So you have a 3 to the 2x. Therefore, on your left-hand side, you have 3 to the exponent of 2x is equal to the 3 cubed on the other side. So still, you will have 2x equals 3. Therefore, x is 3/2. This was a lot to take in, I know. Rewatch this video, pause if you need to, and write down what I am saying. I know it's challenging because I cannot write down anyway on the screen. But you must replay this video, pausing when you need to and rewinding when you need to. I promise you, you'll understand it. I hope at least someone understands what I was saying. Okay. Cool, cool. Let's move on. For which values of fx equals, and we have a whole equation there, will it be undefined? For which values of x? For which values of fx equals blah, blah, blah is undefined? What does undefined mean? Before you start, what does undefined mean? When is a number undefined? Let me put it like that. This is a very nice clue. Just think about when a number is undefined. Okay, I've started your timer. I'm not sure if you guys know when a number is undefined. I'm hoping you do. When is it the numerator or the denominator is 0? A number is undefined when the denominator is 0. Thank you, Rona. You've given us a very important clue there. So for which values of x will fx be undefined? Yes, thank you. We are 1 minute in. If you have a question, remember to ask. Zanele is lost. We are doing the one at the bottom left, Zanele, the blue one, the one right at the bottom. For which values of x will fx equals 3x minus 2 over x squared plus 10x plus 25 undefined. Then Rona told us a very important information and said a number is undefined when the denominator is equal to 0. You're welcome. Okay, we are 2 minutes in. I'm hoping you guys are at least, seeing what you're supposed to do.
Getting there. I can only see William. William, are you trying to write things down? Because I can't see
William
the
is
rest.
working hard. William is not here to play. He's here to slay. But even there's an answer. Guys, okay. Thank you, William. Thank you very much. Everyone else, I'm giving you a bit more time. It's important to sit and think about these. Rona, thank you. I hope I'm not saying that wrong. As I say people's names very confidently, I say them incorrectly. Thank you, Lee. Okay, I can see there's at least this consensus, right? Okay, I'm giving you a couple more seconds. We are past 3 minutes now, but I'm giving you a couple more seconds to sort of get where we're going. Thank you, Bonolo. And that is time. Okay, let's discuss this. I'm glad everyone has gotten the same answer. We had a very important clue that the denominator would be 0 if this is undefined. So therefore you take our denominator, which is x squared plus 10x plus 25, and you make it equal to 0. So next step is to obviously factorize. That is a trinomial, right? So what are your brackets when you factorize x squared plus 10x plus 25? What are the brackets that you get? Factors of x squared plus 10x plus 25. Anyone? Thank you, William. X plus 5 and x plus 5. Great. So it's a square bracket. You have the same bracket twice. And then you just solve for x. So you will have x plus 5 squared is equal to 0. That statement will be true if x plus 5 is equal to 0, which means x has to be equal to -5 because your 5 will go over the equal sign and will become 0 minus 5, which is obviously -5. I hope that was a little better after this one that we went through. Thank you so much. Okay. I was going to ask Yolanda which one's going to turn around, but she's going to say tree. So I'm not going to even bother. And I'm going to take...
And that's true.
I'm going to say else. I'm going to say else. Okay, it's fine. Oh, okay. Turns out we're both bad. It's fine. So solve for x. If 5x squared minus 33x minus 14 is equal to 0. Let me start my timer. Time has started. Go for it, guys. Solve for x. I know they're a little bit challenging now, so I'm going to stop talking too much and give you time to think and concentrate. We have an answer. Lee says x1 is, first one is 7, 4x is equal to negative 2 over 5. Thank you, Lee. Everyone else, we are 2 minutes in. I'll give you an extra 2 minutes. Zanella also has an answer for us, agrees with Lee. William agrees, thank you. This wasn't as bad, right? I think this was a pretty decent one. Okay, we are 3 minutes in. Bonolo, thank you. Everyone else, I hope we are keeping up. Homotahan, Dimpo, Asa, Kira, Bali, Mbo again, Nomshe, Spilile. I hope you guys are here and keeping up and seeing what's going on. Okay, I'm gonna have 15 more seconds and then we're going into it and discussing how we got x equals 7 or x is equal to negative 2 over 5. Okay, so the easiest, best way to do this is using the quadratic equation. So x is equal to negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. All you have to know is that 5 is a, negative 33 is b, and negative 14 is c. So you will substitute into your formula and eventually you will have 33 plus or minus 37 divided by 10. So your first option will be 33 plus 37, which is 70, divided by 10 is 7, or 33 minus 37, which is negative 4 divided by 10, and you simplify and you make it negative 2 over 5. Okay, I hope everyone else understands where we got our answer from. We stop our timer. Thank you for everyone who's posting answers in the chat. Makes me feel like at least, at least I'm not talking to myself. Awesome. Let's see who is next. Elf. At least I got an elf before you got a tree.
I don't understand this game.
You have a problem. You are the issue here.
I can't gamble, definitely.
Okay, guys. Timer has started. Does x squared plus 5x plus 7 have any real roots? And when you give me your answer, please try and give me a reason. I just want to see something.
Are we all working hard like William? Asa, Dimpo, Sipilile, Nomshe. We want to hear also either on the chat or you can just unmute and with us. How are you approaching this problem, by purpose?
No, because it does not have real numbers as solutions. I think, okay, thank you for trying. Anyone else? Anyone? No? Okay. Okay, you are right. I don't know why I just muted myself. William says, I'm not sure, ma'am. I think no. Like Lee said, there are no real roots. Okay, that is correct, guys. But thank you, Rona, because if you were told to prove that this has no real roots, you would have to work out the little triangle, which I can't find on my keyboard. Okay, delta, pretend you know exactly what I'm talking about, right? The discriminant, which is b squared. There we go. Oh my gosh, you're such a hero. That is what you're supposed to work out. And if that is less than 0, then there are no real roots. And if you do work it out, as in you say b squared minus 4ac, what is our b? Our b is 5. So 5 squared would be 25 minus 4 times 7, which is 28. And that would be -3. And that tells you that it does not have real roots. But Lee and William, what you said there are valid answers. There are no real roots because their solutions are not real numbers. Thank you very much. Thank you, Rona. I hope everyone else is keeping up. Everyone else is so quiet. And I have mistakenly opened to the next one. There we go, guys. Simplify. We are on the top right corner. Stop. Let me start my timer. Timer has started. I think this one you'll be done just now. Quick in a hurry, but it's fine. Let me not put pressure on you. We're on the top right, gray block. It says square root of 98 plus the square root of 8 divided by the square root of 50. Time has already started. Go for it. We're halfway through. Hope you guys are sort of getting it. We're actually very close to bingo. 9/8. Thank you, Zanele, for an answer. Just gonna wait for a few more people to say something. 9/8, Bonolo. Okay, Zanele says it's 9/5. Asa says I also got 9/8. Nomsha says 9/5. Yo, my English bundles are running out. 9 over 5. It's not a 1, it's a 9. Okay, Khomotsagang says 9 over 5. I mean 9 over 5. Okay, thank you. Okay, how much time do you still have? Okay, we have about 30 seconds left. If anyone still wants to pop quickly, they answer in the chat. Okay, Debucheng says 9 over 5. Okay, that is time. Okay, let's check this one out, right? Square root of 98 can be rewritten as 7 square root 2 because if you split up that 98, you can get the square root of 49 times 2. And the square root of 49 would give you 7. So we have over here a 7 root 2. We're going to do the same with our 8. 4 times 2 is 8. And we know that the square root of 4 is 2. So here we have 2 square root 2. So at the top we have 7 square root 2 plus 2 square root 2. Then we go to the bottom. And 25 times 2 will give us 50. So the square root of 25 is 5, which is why you'll be left at the bottom with 5 root 2. Now let's talk about the top. If I said to you, I have 7x plus 2x, what were you going to do? What would 7x plus 2x be? 9x, thank you, William. So you do the same. If you have 7 root 2 plus 2 root 2, you're going to end up with 9 root 2, right? You just add them. And then at the bottom, remember we had 5 root 2. Root 2 divides into root 2, and you're left with 9 over 5. I hope you guys actually went through everything I just said and didn't just pop out your calculator. I see you guys. I see you guys. Through your soul, you, William, I see you on your camera staring at me. Hope you guys didn't use your calculators, ne? And even if you did, I hope you now understand why the answer would be 9 over 5. Okay. Okay, let's move on. Solve for x. My timer. My timer, guys. There we go. Timer started. Solve for x, f4 to the exponent of x minus 3 times 2 to the exponent of x is equal to 4t. This is interesting. I like it. I love it, actually. Our timer has started. If you have a question, remember to pop it in the chat.
Are we winning, my people? Are y'all winning? I see William is like, yeah, I got this, man.
I see Rona has an answer for us. X equals negative a third or x equals 2. Zanella says x equals 3. Okay. Okay, Asta says x equals 3 as well. I'm seeing a trend. Okay, any other answers? Give you a couple more seconds. Okay, let us discuss this. This one actually almost confused me as well because I had to redo it. Can you imagine? Okay, we have very different answers here. But okay, here is how I went about it. Okay, I took my 40 and I brought it to our left-hand side. Okay, so you will have 4 to the exponent of x minus 3 times 2 to the exponent of x minus 40. Then you change your 4 to the exponent of x to 2 squared to the exponent of x, right? So now you have 2 to the exponent of 2x minus 3 times 2 to the x minus 40 equals 0. Then the easiest way to do this is let your 2x equal a variable. I would stay away from using x because there's already an x. So say something like let 2 to the exponent of x equals m. Okay, just so you can see what's happening. Okay, I know you guys like using k. Let 2 to the x equals k, right? So now you have k squared in the beginning, right? Because remember it was 2 to the 2x, so you have k squared minus 3k minus 40 equals 0. And that is just a quadratic equation. So from there, you can either use quadratic formula, your whole minus b plus minus, or we can go into factorizing here. And I didn't even get that far. Let's factorize and you guys tell me what the two options are. What are two options? Rona, I'm not sure if, no, what did I do? There we go. Rona, I have a feeling you might have our two options for us. What are our two options? Nope. Okay, let me do this quickly. 3. No, they're wrong. Okay. Plus minus 9 minus 4. A and C. So it'll be 3 plus or minus 13 over 2. So K is equal to, it's either equal to 16.8 or K is equal to 5 negative. Okay. Who is that unmuted? Please, there we go. Okay. But now that was k, ne? It wasn't our x. So now you have to say, take k and put it back to 2x. So it will be 2x equals 8, or 2x equals -5, which is an invalid solution. Therefore, x is 3. Asa and Zanele, is this how you got your answer? I know you guys hate unmuting. Just give me a thumbs up, thumbs down. Give me an indication.
Yeah, that's how I got my answer.
Okay, thank you. Zanele says yes as well. Okay, so we're supposed to just factorize, guys. Okay, are we good? People who didn't post, are we feeling better about this? I hope so. Nomhle says yes. Thank you very much. Looks like we might have bingo, but we first have to finish. If the probability of a sunny day is 0.7, what is the probability of not sunny? Oh, guys, this one about that 30 seconds. What's the probability of not sunny? Only have two options. You are either sunny or you are not sunny. Rona says 0.3. Debucheng also says 0.3. Nantia says 0.3. What do we think? Bonolo agrees. Looks like there's some, I hope you guys have some sort of calculation, right? Obviously, you will check your mark allocation. If it's 1 mark, then really you can just say 0.3. Otherwise, you can say P of not sunny is 1 minus 0.7. Okay. Remember, if our probability is in decimals, it must always add up to 1. That's why I said 1 minus 0.7. Omotsahang agrees it is 0.3. We are done, guys. Can you believe it? That would be bingo. Boo, 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 boo. Thanks for joining me, guys. Thanks for joining me.
Well done, guys.